Well, would you look at that? My own day of age has arrived again, another year older today, and I still don't feel any younger. Okay, you know what, I've had enough. Fuck this stupid outfit. This shit is uncomfortable. Do you have any idea how long I have been wearing that cringe-ass Persona costume for? A lot longer than I want to even admit. I swear to Christ I am never doing that again. I'm surprised I haven't died of heat stroke from how hot it was in there. Oh, now what? Oh hey, I think this might actually be a birthday card, someone remembered after all. Or not, there's just a bunch of questions on this sheet of paper. Oh yeah, I remember now, I asked you guys if you had any questions for me on this specific day, didn't I? Guess I'd better get to answering then, like I promised. So the first question we have is from Sir Grounded the Chad, and he asks, how long is Caillou grounded for? Well, if he was ever to do anything bad in my videos, which is unlikely, it'd be less than a month at best. It wouldn't be like 1,000 because those are overdone. Final D Fan 180 asks, are there any other fictional characters you have considered using in your videos? Yes, quite a lot actually. Some I couldn't make models of because of the character creator's limitations, but there'll definitely be more characters appearing in future videos. The Amazing Jaden 2010 asks, on that concussion game show, what source did you use for Fred when he became a swearing machine? I assume you're talking about the Game of Concussions episode. Well, basically the audio is sourced from Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged by Little Karibo. This scene specifically.
Okay, Pharaoh, you can thank me later, and remember, no hickeys.
Huh? Yugi, you little you son of a I'm going to tear off your and shove them right up your and then on your with in the and your so then you'll have to sideways. Hi there.
Matt Crowley 8993 asks, do you think some of the concussions by Fred are rightfully deserved? If we're talking about the concussions in my series specifically, then I'd say yes. I made it so Fred only gives concussions to people that warrant them. But if we're referring to in general, such as the OG by Samster, then there are cases where they were unnecessary, but that's where the comedy comes from. Courage Boy 61 wants to know, did you ever feel like quitting Go Animate? I mean, you will keep making those videos, right? I can assure you that not once have I thought about stopping Rapper Offline video production, and I don't plan on quitting anytime soon. Rapper Offline is kind of the only thing I can do now anyway, what with YouTube being run by woke as hell snowflakes that don't give a single crap about their users. Miss Jag 1523 asks, oh my god, is this really you? Didn't you used to make bluey YouTube poops on my old channel? Yes. I didn't think to archive any of them unfortunately, but that's probably a good thing because they're old and I don't think they're even funny at all. Another one by Matt Crowley, what happened to your Angry German Kids series? I had a feeling I was going to be asked this sooner or later, so might as well finally come clean. So a few years ago, my old laptop, which was the one I made the first 3 episodes of Angry German Kid, basically shat itself. What I mean by this is that it had gotten really slow and wouldn't stop crashing every few hours, forcing me to turn it off and restart. Of course my stupid ass didn't think to save the video files of said episodes in a USB drive or something when I got a new one, since they were still on my old channel. You're probably wondering, why didn't I just download them on my new and current laptop before my old channel got taken down? Well, the thing is, I just didn't bother, because to be completely honest, I lost all motivation to keep working on my Angry German Kids series. I just couldn't get myself motivated enough to keep working on the series, especially when episode production took so long that it just felt more like a chore than a hobby. So short answer, it's cancelled in a way and I can't get the motivation to revive it or whatever since I don't have the previous episodes. However, I still have the video file of the intro part of what was going to be episode 4, maybe I'll put that up as a separate upload someday. And if any of you have the previous episodes downloaded yourself before they became lost media, you have my permission to re-upload them. Now with that bit of history out of the way, on to the next question. And this one is by CypressMan2506 who asks, how are you able to edit the poses and assets of some of the characters like Fred moving his head in Fred Stars? Have you ever heard of a little thing called Snipping Tool? It's that little program that lets you take screenshots of your computer screen. I basically take screenshots of the character I'm using for that specific scene, having them do a specific animation, put them in an image editing software. Then I cut out parts of the character from those screenshots and put them together on one image, saving it as a frame, making multiple to simulate movement. Short answer, screenshotting, editing those screenshots in Photoshop or something and saving those edits one by one as images. Next up is Coolcoin the Toonie One Studios trademark who asks, what is your favorite video on your channel? This is actually a bit of a tough one because I can't decide between the Scooby Gang Island video or Fred Stars. The Island video I feel like a lot of thought was put into and it's evidently the most popular with 45,000 views, the only other video with that many being the Blackpool one. But on the other hand, Fred Stars had a lot more effort put in than I normally do, with scenes that were made outside of Rapper offline like with the transformation sequence. Yeah, I don't think I'll be able to answer this one. So let's move along with formerly Superior Plasma King 89 who asks, how did you make Caillou's body look like the Family Guy death pose on one of your YouTube shorts? Basically the same answer as with Cypress Man, but instead I saved Caillou's death pose as a PNG and imported it as a prop. But what do you mean by Family Guy death pose? They look nothing alike at all. One last question, and it's from West Pine 8451. What's your favorite member from the Scooby-Doo gang? I know I'm going to sound really boring for this, but it's definitely Fred. He's pretty much the main source of the series' humor, especially with his Eric voice outbursts. I'm not even ashamed to admit that the moments where he blows up at Gordon Ramsay in Samster's video where they go on Hell's Kitchen made me laugh the hardest. Well, that looks like the end, and there's no birthday wishes on here at all. Why am I not surprised? Now who's at the door this time? Odd, I don't remember ordering anything recently, maybe someone sent me a present. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Someone actually sent me a Nintendo Switch too. How is that even possible? These things don't even launch for another month. I'm getting this hooked up right now.